marking the 41st anniversary of Sinai Liberation Day. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi addressed the nation on Tuesday, saying Sinai is a symbol of resilience and a mark of a long history of struggle for freedom. He said the 25th of April would always be a special date of pride in the history of the nation, and confirmed that the liberation of Sinai marks the victory of perseverance, good planning and accurate implementation. Here is a rerun of the President's full speech.
I'm speaking to you today in an important anniversary dear to the hearts of every Egyptian and Arab. The anniversary, the 51st anniversary of the Sinai liberation, the cradle of civilization and the center of all messengers, this sacred spot in Egypt that is full of the blessing and mercy of Allah with the divine light that has been revealed on its blessed land, increasing its glory, appreciation and respect. Sinai, under the title of a strong history of the struggle of the Egyptian great people. Throughout history, it has been the center of the greed of all invaders and greeders, and it is also the first target of the most ferocious terrorist waves that have been in Egypt throughout its history. Brothers and sisters, the 25th of April every year would always be a great day in the history of our nation, and it is the culmination of great efforts that we are all proud of. It's the culmination of the long diplomacy, the peace process, as well as the victory of 1973, and it symbolizes the glory and the honor of this nation that refused to live in defeat. The liberation of Sinai was the liberation of the Egyptian dignity and the victory of the Egyptian will and persistence, good planning and good preparation and implementation. On this day, I would like to express thanks and appreciation in the name of Egypt and its people to the hero, late President Mohammed Anwar Sadat, the leader of peace and war, who took the most difficult decision at the most critical moments and the most darkest days. God helped him to restore the dignity, the land, and to support peace and development and reconstruction. Sinai came back to go through a difficult, unprecedented test as it received terrorists and extremists from everywhere, targeting to separate it from the homeland through spreading terror, fear and terrorism, thinking that they are capable of frightening the police and the army of Egypt, forgetting that this great army and this heroic police are strong combats who do not fear death in the defense of Allah and the country. And they are supported by a strong nation that has always been patient, went through different fights and was always victorious. The sacrifices and the heroic acts by the Egyptian army and the police during war on terrorism over the previous 10 years would be a story told by the coming generations for long years in glory and pride. The great people of Egypt, the liberation of Sinai from colonization, occupation and terrorism, and any evil act that would touch it or any other spot in Egypt is a promise and a pledge that we make, and we would continue to implementing it. And to go on implementing this, we started the reconstruction and development of Sinai that needs great efforts and goodwill as well as patience to provide Sinai a new reality that it well deserves, and also the sacrifices of Egyptians in Sinai well deserves. In every spot in Egypt, we will continue construction development. Brothers and sisters, while we are celebrating today Sinai Liberation Day, we would like to extend thanks and appreciation to the souls of the martyrs of Egypt who sacrificed their lives to defend this country, and to the injured ones who gave parts of their bodies and health without waiting for any return. Tell them and their families that our country and the coming generations pledge to protect what you have achieved, all the great accomplishments you made through their alert, awareness, as well as more action, development, and construction. At the end, I would like to tell you, Egypt is going on in its path, God willing, towards peace, good development for the interest of its people and all peoples worldwide. Many happy returns to Egypt and its great people, and may they always enjoy safety and peace. And long live Egypt, long live Egypt, long live Egypt. Peace be upon you.
First Lady Intisar al-Sisi said on Tuesday, Sinai Liberation Day reflects the Egyptian people's genius and strength in liberating the sacred land and not overdoing an inch of it. On her social media account, First Lady saluted the great Egyptian people who have offered many sacrifices with the aim of regaining the state's dignity and honor. General Coordinator of the National Dialogue, Dia Rashwan, said on Tuesday that its secretariat would convene on Wednesday to complete preparations ahead of the National Dialogue's suggested launch on May the 3rd. Rashwan added the meeting comes amid the current big crisis which Sudan is witnessing and Egypt's public opinion concerning the crisis. This is in addition to ongoing Egyptian efforts to settle the Sudanese crisis peacefully, as well as dealing with its numerous repercussions, including the evacuation of Egyptians in Sudan and offering all facilitations to receive all people who depart from Sudan to Egypt, especially the Sudanese brothers who are always welcomed by Egypt. He confirmed that the continuation of preparing for the upcoming national dialogue amid the unprecedented circumstances affirms its significance to probe all what concerns Egyptian people, priorities regarding its national tasks, in addition to a determination of all participating sides to guarantee its success with the aim of realizing all Egyptian people's aspirations. Within the framework of the state's efforts in evacuating the Egyptian citizens in Sudan, the Foreign Ministry announced that 1,539 Egyptians had been evacuated from Sudan in coordination with Sudanese authorities over the few last hours. The ministry said the Egyptian embassy and consulate in Khartoum and Port Sudan, in addition to the consulate office in Wadi Halfa, are continuing coordination with citizens to evacuate them.